As a lot of you know, Cyberpunk 2077 has been such a hyped up game, and I've got to be honest, I have been just as excited as all of you have been for this title. I've been watching CD Projekt Red's Twitter, just waiting for news. I've been looking at news outlets for information on the game, but as a lot of you know, there's also been a ton of negativity surrounding this title, mainly stemming from all of the delays that it's had. We have had 3 delays for this game so far, and while 2 of the delays were smaller and they only consisted of a couple of weeks, there was a delay that consisted of a couple of months that we initially had, and that was kind of the center of the negativity surrounding the game. But there is now a lot of angry people on social media, and apparently CD Projekt Red is having a rough time during these crucial few weeks before launch, because there are people who physically have Cyberpunk 2077 and are actively trying to leak the gameplay online. I never advocate for gameplay leaking. Yes, sometimes it is interesting to hear about as someone who follows the news very regularly, because sometimes it can save you from purchasing just a bad game, but it's also very upsetting just because this is the livelihood of someone. There are developers who have worked on this game for years. You are taking away that kind of icing on the cake moment for them, that coming full circle moment for them, seeing their product finally releasing and finally getting people's initial thoughts on it. So this is a Dextero article. Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay leaks have started as physical copies arrive. So the most anticipated game of the year, Cyberpunk 2077, is set to release on December 10th. With the game's history of numerous delays, there was some skepticism about meeting its new deadline, especially after the leaks hinting at a 4th delay. I'll be honest, I was someone who was pretty skeptical. I thought that they weren't going to be releasing it on December 10th, and at this point in time, we still have no definitive answer, but, you know, it does sound with physical copies going out like it is going to be releasing December 10th, and we're finally going to be able to travel into Night City. So CD Projekt Red quickly shut down these rumors and reassured gamers that Cyberpunk will be published in December. I know that unfortunately a lot of people are having their holidays ruined because of COVID, so this is definitely something that a lot of people are looking forward to, and I'll be honest, I'm extremely excited to get into Night City in December, on December 10th, hopefully. It continues with developed by the same studio which brought us The Witcher games. Amazing games, by the way. Cyberpunk 2077 was originally to be released in April 2020, but saw 3 delays as CD Projekt Red aims to deliver the quality game fans are expecting. I would rather them hold back the game than launch it too early. Once you launch a bad game, you can never take it back, but if you're putting time and effort into a good game, fans will respect you more for that. Now, here are the leaked images. Now, I'm not going to be showing any leaked images of the game itself just because there are people out there who don't want to look at the leaks. Perfectly fine. They definitely are still out there, but I will show you all the box art just because we already kind of knew what the box art was going to look like, and it says here, leaked. Cyberpunk 2077 copies are now in Amazon warehouses. The game will most likely be stolen from the warehouse, and details and spoilers will start to leak next week. There is also guarantees that there will be no more delays. It says Cyberpunk gameplay leaks begin. The bad news is that due to the game's copies arriving in warehouses, they are being acquired by people that have wasted no time in leaking gameplay footage online. Several pictures of the game's case have been released, showing the design and the blurb on the back. This isn't really that surprising. We knew what the box art was going to look like. It looks pretty standard. Looks pretty Cyberpunk 2077 to me, but when we get into the gameplay, I just don't want to show that. You know, this is CD Projekt Red's moment in the spotlight. They've worked years and years at this game tirelessly, and I don't want to be someone who takes that moment away from them with showing leaked footage or anything, but it is on the internet in case you do really want to see it. But it goes on to say, a guy stole a copy of Cyberpunk. and did a leaked stream, except he spent the whole 20 minutes streaming before it was taken down, mindlessly stumbling through menus and looping in dialogue trees. Imagine if you just stole the most anticipated game of the year, or one of the most anticipated game of the years, and you waste your 20 minutes in a menu. I'm not advocating for the theft of a game like this, definitely not, but it's kind of ironic that he wasted most of his time that he could show people the game by looking at menus. Truly, that's the icing on the cake. And the article finishes off with saying, while no major spoilers were reportedly shown, the leakers were able to show the character creation tool and spent several minutes browsing the menus and talking to NPCs. This is not the first time Cyberpunk 2077 is the target of a leak. The list of achievements and trophies for PC, Xbox One, Series X and S, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 was leaked weeks before the game's initial release. It's just so disheartening to see situations like this happen. Even if this game was bad, it's still really disappointing to see this happen to CD Projekt Red, a company that's tried to be really good, a company that's tried to stick by the rules that they've put in place for themselves, the morals that the company kind of has. They've worked so hard for years to make this game and its launch as well perfect, and now they're facing issues outside of their control. And yeah, sometimes this does happen with big game launches. This isn't the first time that it's ever happened, but for such a massive game, it's just so painful to see happen. I haven't seen any developers speak up on this, but we did hear a little bit of a statement from CD Projekt Red. I will try to zoom this out a little bit for you guys. Whoa, that's a little bit too zoomed out if I do say so myself. It says, update, CD Projekt Red taking legal action. It says, update, following the correspondence with representatives at CD Projekt Red, the team confirmed with us that they are looking to take legal action against anyone breaking embargo/street dates, so let it be known that CDPR is doing their best to prohibit Cyberpunk 2077 spoilers from getting around. And I really do I really do understand why they're doing this. They're just trying to save all of the hype for the last couple of days when people are putting out their reviews and their gameplay, and they want people to be able to experience the game for themselves. This is an extremely long game. Leakers aren't going to be able to leak the whole entire game online 2 weeks before it launches officially, but it's just so extremely disheartening to see this happen, especially to, again, a company that's trying to do their best in the industry. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Currently, there is no footage up on like YouTube or on Twitch or anything, but just be careful if you are looking to experience Cyberpunk for yourself and you're not looking for spoilers. The internet is a crazy place, and unfortunately, it's not always a positive place. But if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like and share it. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.